You'd make him sing to you, wouldn't you, Mick?
I'd fucking yes.
You're never gonna turn your back to R. Kelly in the cell for sure.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
That's not someone you want. You do not want to moonwalk towards.
I 1000% would be making him sing every night.
Would you be singing with him though?
Nope.
Dancing in the cell?
Just enjoying.
That means he's gonna be jerking off.
Nope. That's not what's happening. What I tell you would happen if somebody breaks into my house, Dirty?
No, I didn't say if you break into his house. If he breaks into your house, I said if you guys are cellmates.
No, but what I tell you if somebody breaks into my house, Dirty?
That you're gonna rape him.
Isn't this? Wait, didn't we have a conversation about this on the Patreon about how you fight?
Yeah, we did.
I said, I'm gonna fuck him. That's just gonna happen. You break into my home. Well, fuck you. That's what's gonna happen.
That's the only. That's
if you come over that late at night,
just like a dog, you have to establish dominance.
If you came to my house that late at night, you came over to fuck. So I'm gonna fuck you.
Wow. What if it's not late? It could be any time of day though. It can't just be late at night. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, someone rings the doorbell for a dinner party. It's fucking it's 5 p.m. and Mick's like, it's fucking too late.
Talking about everybody's in bed. Somebody comes into my home, out me knowing.
He's talking about breaking and entering. He's gonna break and enter.
Oh, he's gonna break and enter.
Here for a reason, and I guess that reason is you wanted to have sex.
Yeah, the breaking and entering is happening on Mick's behalf. It's not the person coming to the house.
Both of them. Both of them were getting an unexpected visitor into some place they weren't expecting.
Just too many unexpected visitors.
Yep. 2 homes. A home for humans and the Dookie home.
I believe that's called the human duplex. I think that's.
Can't believe we're continuing this one.
He's gonna give him an upper dicker. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
this is how we always start these episodes.
Go to Star. It's too tired for this. Go to Star Trek and Star Wars.
Tonight, the 2 movies we are reviewing: episode 157.
Hashtag get her wet.
Yes.
Getting wet. Is that what it was? I almost forgot it.
Hashtag 2:30 a.m. You're getting wet.
Nemesis versus The Last Jedi. Whoo! This was a tough week. This was a tough week. How's it going?
Hey.
What's going on, Diaz?
First of all, I want to say, actually, fuck that. No. How you guys doing? How'd your day go today, gentlemen?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
A little sick. Ready for bed.
Do anything special? You know? No?
No, nothing special.
Watch my movies for.
Oh, I gotta see if there's something to gamble on. Sorry.
I mean, there's UFC on. There's always something to gamble on there.
Who's fighting tonight?
I don't even know. I didn't pay attention. It's not a pay-per-view card. It's just like one of the regular type of deals. But not a sponsor, but can be. You hear me, Dana? You have enough money. You don't pay your fighters. You pay us.
By the way, I'm really hoping Tyson.
These 2 movies.
We'll review.
I'm really hoping Tyson knocks the shit out of fucking Jake Paul or whichever Paul it is.
It's Jake.
Everybody
we're warming up.
Yeah, we're warming up.
So fucking Nemesis, Mick.
Yeah. That's why we're not talking these movies yet.
They're bad.
Because these 2 movies.
Listen, man. First off, this is the first time I've watched Nemesis. This is the second time I've seen, what's it called? Last Jedi?
Yeah.
I don't hate him.
Yeah. I wish I could say the same, Chris.
Yeah. I don't hate them.
I'm putting $20 on a college over. That's what I'm doing.
I don't hate them. I feel like I'm trying to convince myself.
I fucking hate them.
Okay, let's do ratings.
Oh, for Nemesis? I don't know if I'm ready. Okay. For Star Trek, it gets a point because it's a Star Trek movie. It gets a point because it's a next gen movie. It gets a point because it's got the next gen crew in it. It gets a point because it has some has Whoopi and Will Wheaton cameo in it.
I'm just saying I'm giving Nemesis a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 4. It does set up the Romulan connection in the future, which ultimately sets up the next movie and so much more in the lore, which is good. But it's just not a good movie. I'm gonna give it a 4. Yeah.
A 1. I fucking hated it.
Wow.
I hated both of these movies, really.
What? Wait, what? I mean, what have you given? I've totally forgotten what you've given the last 3.
Me?
Trek, Trek movies with Picard and the crew.
Yeah, we're not doing all that protesting shit over here. That's not what this is about. Take that bullshit somewhere else. 8, 5, and now a 1.
So they've gotten worse for you since we've started with Picard.
They've been up and down. They've been up and down.
I don't know, man. So what was it about this movie you hate so much? Because for me, it seems fairly on par with what I've seen. I mean, I kind of like the clone idea that they got his DNA and cloned him to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I haven't seen that.
Ooh, here's okay. So that happens a lot in Star Trek.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I haven't followed the TV series.
So I definitely but that gives me insight to like you not seeing the TV series, why you give a 6 to this and kind of like it. And that's cool because now there are aspects when they do it and they've done it, in my opinion, better, where I've really liked it. And that's why I thought they did it poorly here.
Okay.
Comparatively. But so it is an effective use. So that is kind of cool to see.
That is interesting. Yes.
Yeah. So but yeah, it is like it's actually one of the overused plot points in Star Trek. Like the entity on the ship sort of taking over is a big plot point in there too. Away missions are a big plot point. Like so is this. Like the one of them gets cloned and
okay, that's different. If I've seen this story multiple times before and had something to compare it to, and I was like, I don't give a fuck now. That would be different.
Yeah. So, but no, that I appreciate you saying that though, because that makes me realize, like, yeah, there's a lot of people who probably did appreciate this more because they haven't watched the shows.
No, there's how many millions of people probably only watch the movies with Picard as opposed to the show or something like that.
Yeah. I just couldn't connect with this though. It was boring to me. It was boring, and it kind of felt incomplete too. Like it just felt kind of jumbled together. And just not really. I don't know but again, if there's episodes that connect with it, maybe that's something that would maybe help it for me. I don't know.
I don't disagree that it felt a little jumbled together because I thought like the storyline is the Romulans have gotten a hold of Picard's DNA, right, to clone him. But somehow they genetically engineered it so that he was essentially going to skip 30 years of his life to more quickly look like Picard, so they can kill Picard, put this clone on the inside, and now he needs Picard's blood to survive through the transition or something like that. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I think it's a lot to delve into in the amount of time they had to do it, and it could have been done better.
Yeah, this is definitely a movie that was thrown together way too quickly. Because so a little bit of backstory to Nemesis. it was one where they were trying. It was kind of like thrown together to make sort of an action movie to kind of compete again with Star Wars coming out and being really popular.
This was 2002. This came out.
Yeah. And Enterprise was on the air as well, the TV show. So that was on. So like they were kind of filming. They were both very kind of action oriented. So this one was kind of a big push to be more action. This was just not well written. It's not really following the Trek tropes that have been put in place. There's like rules that Roddenberry always had, that Berman, who's in charge for a really long time, kind of had in place as well. And this one just kind of like was thrown together, really, and it just was kind of a mess.
Yeah.
So and that's why I mean it has charming qualities to it, certain moments, like you do get the Riker getting his own commission ship, and especially later on there's a connection with the
mean, Riker brought the beard back, so that felt more normal.
Yeah, that's true. They caught a lot of shit for the beard going away, but but like, right, them getting married, they killed off Data, which a lot of people got that was not too pleasing for.
And that was weird. I'm not surprised. I felt like I feel like at that point you have to kill someone off, because they haven't killed off really a big member of the main crew or anything like that through 3 previous movies now, right?
No.
You're not going back to the show after this or anything like that. I'm like, I don't have a problem with them killing off a main character. And the reason that killing off Data, however you want to say it, didn't bother me so much. Yes, it was sad. But I mean, they planted the seed for like his memories in this other
android. Yeah.
Android.
It wasn't like losing Spock.
No.
It's not the same.
Well, the nice part about it is, just to kind of run it back a little bit, is that, well, first off, no main crew member has died since the first season of the show until Data, which is very interesting, because like it was Tasha Yar, she was the head of security, and that was because Denise Crosby wanted to leave the show. And she did ultimately come back in different ways, but yeah, with Data leaving, like he just thought it was best for it to leave, because like he's aging and he was going to age out of what the character, and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, if you do like these movies, especially this crew, watch the 3rd season of Picard. They bring Data back in a beautiful way.
I kind of want to you've talked it up so much, I kind of just want to skip to it and watch the 3rd season. And I mean,
you said just watch.
You don't need to watch 1st and 2nd season. Like they'll hint at like things that happen in those, but you can. And I'm not saying don't, but you don't have to.
Is it on Paramount? What's it on?
Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm after this watches, I might watch.
After these movies, I might as well.
Yeah. It's worth it, because it's fucking phenomenal.
And I have, of course, memories of watching Next Generation, so I'm curious to see, going from that to how they do it now, the difference will be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Next Generation, yeah, that. I want to go back. I want to go back and watch that again. I really do, and like actually watch it.
I'm not ruling it out. I just don't know if I'll ever have time to do it at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll even do it in a cheat way, to where it's like one of those things where, I don't know if you watch TV when you're laying down in your room, but like I will. So like laying down late at night and I have nothing to watch, just to kind of throw that on, just to kind of go through it.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
All right. Everybody hear me?
Yes.
Sure.
Good. Oh, God.
So we did go through our ratings really quick. We're discussing Nemesis. So you want to just give us your rating for Nemesis, James?
5.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I scored it the highest.
Yeah,
it was okay. Why would you give it? 6?
I gave it a 6.
Yeah, it was okay.
I didn't like it.
The weirdest part of it for me though was the sex scene with Riker and his wife.
No,
That was just fucking weird. Where they have clone Picard, the mind connection there through his viceroy. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
That was the biggest, like, I don't know if I can watch this moment.
It was very invasive. They did, but for a scene like such an, and I'll just say an SA scene like that, so we don't get hit on YouTube. It was well done because it is very uncomfortable, and it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
True.
No, you got a point with that. Excuse me. What was your sound thingy, James?
I fucking know. I had my one headphones went completely out, no sound. Didn't understand. I restarted the computer. Fuck with shit. It didn't work. So I switched to my wireless earbuds that I use at work. They weren't working, so I went back to my old stereo with a cord, and
there you go.
They finally worked. So I don't know.
Hardwire, baby. Hardwire.
Hardwire is the best way to do it. It's all. I'm just saying.
Well, these ones were hardwired and they stopped working.
Well, are those James, the Bob Marley ones?
Yeah, sure. They're the ones. These ones suck ass. These were cheap as hell. They're the ones with the little mic pack.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
And going back to Data, one of the reasons I don't mind, I think they covered the Data story really well. He sacrifices himself to save Picard. Like, he's as human as he can be at this point, which he's searched for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there should be no feeling. Like, he should just follow the order. Why should he care if he wants to stay? You know?
True. So he did like the human sacrifice thing, like sacrifice himself. Yeah, that's true. The thing is, it tricked me because I thought that was the whole setup of him finding another Data. Like, oh, it's the prototype. I thought he reprogrammed it, and I thought that's the one that flew over to help and sacrifice itself. I thought it was gonna be like, oh my god, I thought Data died, but then you're gonna be like, no, it wasn't Data.
No, it was the original Data.
Yeah. So they tricked me because I wasn't caught up. I don't remember.
Oh shit!
Watching all, I watched all the generation. I just don't remember ever leading up to the part where Data is actually leaving the show, type shit. So I didn't know they're killing him off.
Well, the show is over by. Well, by the time this came out, the show was over by.
Never mind. Oh, then that's why I didn't remember it. I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
okay, that's fair.
I was like, why were they building up for Data to die?
Yeah, the movie started after the show ended.
Never knew that. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that with the first Picard movie and crew, but yeah.
Well, no, with the not with the Picard movie and crew, it was with the Wrath of Khan, but just because of the episode that connected with it. Other than that.
Yeah, so it tricked me. They got me. But it was real Data. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, God, they killed off Data. I was like, man. Oh, well.
Yeah, because I want to say the Voyage Home came out in 86, which is like a year before. I don't know. I got to look it up again.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 86. So it came out a year before Next Gen started. So, like, the rest of those movies, like, kind of played out during those times.
Yeah.
Fucking 87 when this shit came out. 7 seasons. Not bad. But this movie was fucking bad.
I don't think it was that bad. Again, not having watched the show as the moviegoer for these movies. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought they had the seeds for the story. Could it have been done better? I think they tried to cram a lot into what this was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have like made the clone Picard like a little bit better. I thought he was gonna be more like a smarter, more powerhouse. I didn't know they were having him like he's falling apart, dying.
I didn't mind that.
I was like,
and the fact that Picard, you know, the toll it takes on Picard to have to kill him at the end.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like that has just the idea of that has the potential for a great scene if you build the story right. I just think like they only focused on like high points just to move the story along. I think that's what it was.
Also,
there's no great development
break. Like Picard having a mental break, basically like killing himself.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that feeling like you just basically offed yourself.
But also, he has no more family left.
That too.
Yeah.
No,
he has. Yeah, well, that was one of the first thoughts that came to me when you find out it's his clone. It's like he has no family. Clearly, when they sit down to talk, he's going to start to feel like he's going to have a connection because he literally has nobody else. This is the closest he has to any kind of family connection.
Mm-hmm. Please watch the last season of Picard.
I'll think about it, Mick. I'll think about it.
I'm telling.
I'm just gonna randomly text once a week in the group chat. Maybe I'm gonna start this now just to piss off Mick.
You know, I'll do it.
Not really start it.
My wife likes Star Trek. I'll watch it. I'll watch the whole season.
Watch the first episode, and if you don't of the third season, if you don't like the first episode,
don't finish it.
You don't have to watch it. It's fine.
Okay.
I watch all three seasons. My wife likes Star Trek, so I'll watch it.
There you go.
And just keep in mind, and with that first episode, everyone from Next Generation comes back.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
That is crazy.
That is cool.
I'm sure they'll explain it, right?
Old ass Worf.
Yep. They will explain.
Maybe he's finally done with puberty.
Hopefully.
Dude, he is a badass in that one.
Nice.
Unlike this one where they didn't even use him.
No, they barely. Yeah, he takes some orders. Well, the ship's being shot at, and that's about it.
Yeah. So stupid.
Other than he can't handle Romulan ale should be illegal at the beginning during the wedding reception. He's like, it is.
You know you can buy Romulan ale.
Can
what?
It's a real alcohol. There's a
is it?
Buy it. Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm gonna pull it up.
You don't have it? That's the shocker I have. That you don't have a bottle. I understand, but just to have it, like on a shelf.
He has a point.
Dan makes a version of it. Here, I'll show the screen. You can buy it. Star Trek Spirits, they call them.
Oh shit! I see it right here.
Here you go.
Why the hell haven't we been drinking that?
That's cool. I know you. Oh, because it's $60. That's
but it's on sale. It's on sale.
They got a whole bunch of them. So they got a Romulan ale. That's the they have rye whiskey, the captain's table.
What the fuck?
Star Trek wines.
That's pretty badass, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at it. Like this is
milk that money, man. Milk it.
Yo, Romulan ale.
Are you kidding me? Star Trek does milk that money.
Oh yeah.
This is in a great way though. I think Star Trek is a franchise that absolutely does it right.
Yeah. And it's also not like shoving it down your throat. It's like a subtle milk in it. Like hey, you want this, you want it.
You know what it is with that though that I do like, and I think what I'm noticing now, I was telling Mick this the other day, about how I'm seeing a lot more Star Wars shit, a lot more Star Trek shit, just randomly seeing it out and about because we're talking about it, a lot more Godzilla shit because we're talking about it. It's like I'm noticing it more, and it was always there.
Oh, there's a word for it. There's a word for that. That's like if you see a beetle, you'll start seeing them all day.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Like the cars, you're like, you see someone with a fucking Hummer. You're like, oh shit, a Hummer. But then you'll see 3 more during the day. You go, what the fuck is going on? There's a word for it. I forgot what it's called.
Stop looking down.
Yes. Stop looking down, man. You gotta look around. Look
Hummer.
Look at the world.
Oh, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Oh my god.
Hashtag getting wet.
Wetting.
Getting wet.
What? Is that what it was? That's what it was last week, right? I don't remember.
I forgot.
I thought it was wetting, but I really don't remember either.
Wetting up. Hashtag wetting up.
Oh, wait. Remember this one? Clam Pope from like 2 months ago?
Clam Pope.
I forgot about Clam Pope.
Oh, my God.
It was hashtag wetting up. That's what it was.
Wetting up. Right,
Dick Owl. I don't remember Dick Owl, but I like it.
Yeah, that was from... Oh, shit. I forgot now. Yeah, that was...
we are just ripping off new comic ideas left and right here.
Or hashtag puppet pussy. Puppet puss.
No, puppet puss. That's
Wetting
here
up.
too, James.
Wetting up. That's what
right
it
here.
was. Puppet puss.
Which, you know what's funny about that? So I was at my brother's garage earlier, right? And we were just talking about movies. And Meet the Feebles came up because I got it mixed up with the Puppet Murders. I was telling him, because he was like, I meant to watch. I was like, yo. Because we were talking about Melissa McCarthy. I was like, you have to. It's funny as shit. That movie was funny as shit. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. With the jizz on the window, with the puppet jizz on the. Oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my.
That episode, that podcast was just hilarious. Aaron just lost his mind.
That was episode 69, by the way. Just to let you guys know. So
that was on purpose, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah.
On brand. But it was better than both of these fucking movies.
Toya Talks. What's up?
How's it going?
Heyo.
How's it going?
Free lunch.
So, Mick, what else do you have to say about this movie? Because I know you love it deep down.
I love this crew. I love this franchise.
I do too.
I don't love this movie. I'm so glad that they ended it with the third season of Picard. I have to keep mentioning it so people who watch this movie
will check it out.
We'll check it out so they can have that wonderful, even if it is an ending, and I hope it isn't, because there is talk of Star Trek Legacy. Well, there's hope of Star Trek Legacy, not talk, but let's hope. But no, go from there.
So after this is the Chris Pine ones?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's back to Kirk and that whole
Okay. So this is the last generations.
Well, to give you the connection. So what happens here is this creates the peace talks between the Romulans and
the Federation.
Yes.
Okay.
And now what happens in the next one is that's an alternate timeline.
Okay.
So, during this time, the Romulan homeworld is about to be devastated by a supernova. Okay. Spock comes up with a plan that's trying to stop it from happening. He's working with Picard. There's a whole comic book prequel to it where they're trying to evacuate the homeworld, but also there's a whole factor into it. But like I don't want to go too into specifics because there's a lot to it. But it goes awry. It doesn't work. And a lot of people, a lot of Romulans are just devastated. The planet's destroyed and they get killed, but a lot are also displaced. During that, Spock gets transported back in time. And so does a mining ship from a Romulan mining ship. When they do, what happens is that mining ship destroys the ship that holds Captain Kirk's father, or that Captain Kirk's father is the captain on, and kills him. That is what changes the timeline, because Captain Kirk's father is not dead in the original time. And that is where I'm going to leave it with, because that's where the movie starts. But that's how the timeline changes. But it is still connected. It's just an alternate timeline.
Okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay.
So everything we've still watched still works.
Okay.
So you're telling me there could be a new Picard in this alternate timeline?
There could be. There has been talk.
Holy shit.
Actually, Quentin Tarantino had an idea for a fourth film where they kind of play in, it's kind of a play on a next gen episode where we could have seen this crew
like
meet the next generation.
So you're telling me Nicholas Hoult, the new Lex Luthor, is going to be the new Picard in this alternate time?
Who would you cast as the next Picard?
Is it young Picard? Is it young?
It's gonna. I would think so.
It would have to be. I would pick a younger crew now. Who would you pick?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. That's a tough one. Let's have those. Let's talk about that next week.
Okay.
So we can think about it.
Yeah, so we can think about it.
All right, I like that.
That's a good answer. I mean,
why don't we do the whole crew?
That'd be hard because I can't. You got to remember the whole crew.
Yeah,
you have to remember the whole crew. Not that hard.
Okay, let's come up with tag team Picard and number 1 for next week.
Okay.
Who is the whole crew, Mick?
It's Picard, Riker, Troy, Crusher, Worf, Data. LaForge, Geordi LaForge.
Yep. Reed and Rainbow.
Who? What?
Reed and Rainbow.
Well, that's Geordi.
Yeah.
Geordi. And I would add Wesley. If you're going to add anyone, I would definitely add Wesley Crusher.
That's a lot to remember.
That's too many. Right? Let's just go with a Picard and number 1 replacement.
That's not that many. Come on.
That's 8.
I think I got. I think I got a number. I think I got Riker.
Yeah,
I'll come up with. I'll try to come up with.
He's been popular. He's been popular lately.
Oh, I know who. I think I know who you're talking about.
Sure.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Save it for next week.
Yeah, okay, we'll save it for next week.
I'm gonna think about this one. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna chat GPT this.
I was
GPT right now.
Yeah, and let us know what it says.
I will. I'm going to see what ChatGPT says, and then I'm going to see if I can come up with a better one. I'm going to do it.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Yeah, he's challenging himself. He's going to challenge ChatGPT with the whole crew.
Last Jedi?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Early ratings?
Fucking.
I'll do it the right way this time.
I'm giving this one a 6-2.
Really?
6s this week.
Yeah, I can give this one a 6. I mean, it wasn't like mind blown or anything.
A 3.
God damn.
I do not like this movie.
I see why some shit is
only number. A 1.
Wow.
I hated both of these, man. I could not stand
my biggest thing with this movie is that they make Luke Skywalker a pussy. And that's my biggest thing with this movie.
And his nephew, which I didn't like since the one before this one.
No, Kylo Ren's he is just a whiny toddler.
It's not just that too. It's like they can't make up their mind. Is he really powerful or not? Because there's times where he's like fucking like dominating, like everybody fears him. Then there's times that he's like a fucking pussy, like he's getting slapped around or afraid. He has fear in his eyes and shit. Like dude, what the fuck? Make up your mind. Are you the main tough guy?
Honestly, I was halfway through this movie already tired of the back and forth of Rey and Kylo Ren.
Oh, the mind link. All right,
they keep going back and forth. Like, are they going to fuck? Are they not going to fuck? That's like you know what I mean. Like, are they romantic interest or are they enemies? And I'm like, okay, just fucking.
For me, it got more of a sexual tension with Kylo Ren with her, not her with him. Like I didn't feel like sexual tension. Like she had sexual tension with him. It's like more like she hated and like she wanted him to become good, but he wanted her. Like I want you to like be my bitch type shit, you know.
The chemistry and the chemistry between characters in this movie was weird because they bring in Rose. Who falls in love with
2
Finn.
hours. 6 hours.
Hold on. Mick, you could probably answer this. Didn't the actress that played Rose take a lot? Wasn't she getting like violently attacked online?
Honestly, it was despicable how horrendous she was treated. It was
literally no reason whatsoever.
No other reason than she was just in the movie. Now, I will say this: her character is pointless in the movie. No offense to her. It's not like she was written in there. I don't know what Rian Johnson was going for. Now, this movie, if it wasn't Star Wars and it was just some movie, as a sci-fi movie where it's like just this chase sort of thing, you got to cut out the casino thing. That sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
And the Luke Skywalker stuff with that chase thing, it's just a bad movie. It's just a bad movie. Her character was sort of pointless in this. So like, I don't blame her at all. I think she did fine as the character.
Yeah.
And I like
I don't understand the hate because like,
no, I thought
I didn't hate her. She provided a little comic relief.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to tie her in the best they could, I guess.
Yeah. She basically upgraded. Like she was just a nobody, that she became like front line.
Finn's trying to escape in the escape pod, and then she finally realizes that and shocks him. I laughed a little bit.
Yeah, it was funny. I knew it was coming though. But yeah. But no, I didn't mind her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such like I'm not even excited to talk about this fucking thing because it pisses me off. Now, here's the funny thing about the chase aspect of it and like all the turmoil of being chased. I think that's an awesome idea for a Star Trek episode. And the funny thing about Nemesis, I think the plot of Nemesis and how it's done in Nemesis is an awesome idea for a Star Trek movie.
Star Wars?
A Star Wars movie.
As in Darth Vader was cloned?
Actually, yes. It's very funny that you mentioned that. And then they fucked up the clone thing.
See, I knew where you were going.
Movie. And you'll see why. And I'm not going to ruin that for you.
I think the biggest plot hole in this movie for me is that Poe is literally yelling at the fucking purple-haired general, just tell us what the fucking plan is. And she's going through with the plan to just have them escape through the pods while she diverts the ship. Literally, if she had just shared that plan, those pods would have gotten away fine. They wouldn't have gone through. Finn and Rose wouldn't have gone off with Poe to try to stop.
This makes sense.
It doesn't. That's what didn't make the most fucking sense in this movie. They're not blowing these escape pods out of the fucking space, because they weren't aware of them. Like literally, this all could have been avoided if the plan was shared.
I got to be honest with you. I
am dropping this down to a 5.
I feel like this movie, like
me too, and I'll tell you why after Mick.
Rian Johnson made this movie, and he is a phenomenal filmmaker. I think he's a fantastic.
He's the Knives Out guy, right?
Knives Out, Glass Onion, yes, and he's done others like Brick, and he's a fantastic filmmaker. I think he got this movie, and this is just my pure speculation, and I'm putting that out there. I think he got this movie, he got it early, and JJ just didn't give a shit after he left. He just left it, and Ryan was like, and it was probably pure hell. He was probably stuck with, you got to put this in there, and this in there, and this in there, and this in there. And he got tired and was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And he fucked it up because he was like, you know what? I'm just going to screw this up for them. And he did. And then they had to course correct in the next one, and they didn't, because that's all fucked up too. And this whole thing is a debacle. And I don't blame him, but at the same time, it's still fucked up, and I do. So it's like, but whatever, like, you're still making great movies, so just be a great filmmaker. I more so blame Kathleen Kennedy for all of this whole fucking movie, and just this whole trilogy. Oh fuck! I just my franchise. You fucked up this franchise, Kathleen Kennedy. I'm gonna have to go to bed.
See, another thing I get out of this is that BB-8 is the fucking hero out of this entire thing.
He is, which R2-D2, in my opinion, was the hero of
But for them to bring in a new robot after everyone has established their love for R2-D2,
that's
to bring in a little new bot droid, and for people to be like, he's fucking awesome. Like the scene where I love BB-8, and the scene where Rose and Finn are escaping the ship as it's falling apart. And then the walker starts shooting that they have on ship, and they rip off the top, and it's BB-8 there controlling them. I'm like, this is fucking hysterical. Like, he is saving everyone left and right.
Or he's fucking up all the guards with like it looked like
when he fucking tied up the guards when they break out the code breaker. Supposedly,
again, the droids are the fucking.
They are.
And Chewie are the highlights of this.
They are.
Yep.
Franchise.
I think half my notes are about BB-8 scenes.
Yeah.
It is like this is. Although, when she hyperdrives through that ship.
That was pretty cool.
That was good. She hits it, and then like the slow motion through the fleet.
So I got a question.
That was a cool shot.
Why didn't they think about this before? Have a kamikaze, have a person to sacrifice. They could have done that to a fleet of ships a long time ago.
It's a rebel.
You don't want to be in a position where you have to sacrifice someone. You don't.
Well, shit. You could take out a fucking whole fleet of fucking like Battlestar Galactic things. What do they call them? Dreadnoughts or what? What are
Dreadnoughts?
Sound like a fucking Harry Potter troll in a fucking bank. But
Harry Potter troll.
Okay, so here's the part that pissed me off about the movie. So the movie's called The Last Jedi. So the whole movie, they made it like, we got to find Luke. Okay, Luke comes in because he's the most powerful, he's badass. So Star made it feel like he's going to come and help, and he's getting his power, like he's going with the Force again, like, he's on the rock. And when he came back in that cave, I thought he was really there. So when all the laser blasts hitting him, I was like, is he that powerful now? This motherfucker can't be touched. But it was a fucking illusion. I was like, you son of a fucking bitches.
So mad.
I was like, fuck Luke. I was like, fuck you, you pussy.
Luke.
That's the thing.
He was younger.
He doesn't leave the island. Like, the biggest annoyance with that is after Kylo Ren, they just put all this gunshots on him and stuff left and right, and then you have Luke standing there and he wipes off his shoulder.
He did that.
I'm like, if that was really Luke, that would have been fucking awesome.
It would have. That's why I'm saying. I was like, oh shit.
And then to find out it's a hologram, and then he still disappears.
Fuck, man.
It doesn't make fucking sense.
Now, did he pass away like Yoda?
Yeah, Yoda. And
he used all his force, and now he's done. He died.
It's like he expelled his force, and he was allowed himself.
Okay.
Oh, he expelled something, all right.
Sure.
No, I was mad. I thought they were going to have like a super battle. I thought Luke was there mad. I was like, holy shit, he's that powerful. This is going to be a fucking awesome fight scene.
Nope, it wasn't his fight anymore. It was which made no fucking sense.
It's always his fight. He's the main fucking star. God damn it! He's supposed to be the hero.
No, BB-8 is the hero in this movie. He saves everybody. He saves Poe. He fixes his ship just in time to fire on the fucking last cannon at the beginning.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. At the casino, that goblin is pumping coins into BB-8 like he's a fucking slot machine. That was funny. And then he spits them at the guards.
Like a machine gun. Yeah.
He ties up the guards so Finn and Rose can escape. He fucking saves Rose and Finn again on the ship before they die by fire, by using the walker.
You know what that's telling me though, Chris, is like they tried to do like the fun stuff with the R2-D2. No disrespect, because I do like this robot too, but they tried to do that same thing around a bad movie to try to make it like that fun, cute shit. But it's like you're doing this around a bad movie, so the movie still sucks.
They know it. Well, they know that was a highlight of the originals, R2-D2. You need that. They tried to get that same aspect,
but you also need a good movie.
I want to see an R2-D2 BB-8 buddy, big brother, little brother short. That's what I want to see.
Okay,
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Here we go. Let's make a fucking Star Wars movie. Now, you know how R2-D2 is shut down right now. He came back online for a little bit for Luke.
Yeah.
But we make a movie where R2-D2 comes back online. We find out this motherfucker is Jedi, and he is the most powerful.
Who, R2-D2?
And he just comes and wipes out the whole empire. He just fucks them all up.
I don't think you know how it works.
Well, it's going to work in my world. R2-D2 is going to be the one to fuck everybody up.
There you go.
Oh. And what's the deal with on the island, Rey, is the dark side a dark hole? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Dark side equals dark hole is what I wrote down. Is that what it was? What was the deal there?
That was her thinking about anal.
And it did.
Here's your answer. In fact, do me a favor. How many more questions do you have?
I think that was it.
Because
it's a black hole. What can I tell you?
It makes no sense.
Yeah, under the island.
Every question in this fucking movie. None of it. There's a rich lore, but we didn't take from it. It makes no sense. It just that's the dark side down there. You don't want to go down there.
So she physically went into a cave. That was the dark side. Is that what happened? It didn't seem to affect her. Maybe.
Why wouldn't Anakin have known about that island?
Yeah.
If he's destroying the Jedi, why wouldn't he have known about the sacred texts? But Luke does.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
And that dark butthole would have called Anakin a long time ago. Come here and come and crawl in my butthole.
Yeah.
Come crawling me.
That's a hole looking for a Jedi.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That hole is looking for a saber all its own.
I know why there's not no perfect Jedi. Because they're doing it wrong. They're not accepting both sides. It's supposed to be balanced like a yin yang.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be controlled dark and light.
How do you lube that saber? I don't get it.
Well, ChatGPT did not disappoint, just saying.
I'm sure they came up with really good ones.
So actually, I would not change a single thing about.
I'll laugh so hard they picked one of them I'm thinking of because that would be funny.
It did too. I did too. I did do one for big blockbuster movie with A-list actors and one for recasting with 2024 television level stars.
Ooh,
nice. And for the big blockbuster movie for Picard, they picked Idris Elba. For Riker, for Riker, they picked Chris Pine. I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, it's a switcheroo there, huh?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Data they picked Benedict Cumberbatch.
I can see that.
That is.
Sherlock, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Lieutenant Worf, they picked Dave Bautista. Counselor Troy, they picked Natalie Portman. Beverly Crusher, Dr. Beverly Crusher, they picked Charlize Theron. Geordie LaForge, they picked John Boyega.
Okay, actually, that one I like that one.
And for the television show, for Picard, they picked Rufus Sewell. He was in
Man in the High Castle.
Yes, yeah. He was also in. You ever see Dark City?
I don't think I saw Dark City.
I didn't see either one of those shows.
Man in the High Castle was fucking awesome.
Dark City's like a really good gothic horror, like thriller film. Man in the High
Castle is an Amazon original when it comes to the show, and it's one of the few things where I could say the show is way better than the book.
Wow,
that is.
What's the genre?
It's like an alternate universe where the Nazis take over everything.
Oh shit! Okay.
It has it's only 2 or 3 seasons, but the show was great. The book just fucking ends. The show actually gives you a kind of resolution.
Gotcha.
Fair.
Do you have you ever seen A Knight's Tale?
Yes.
With Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
He was the bad guy in that.
Oh.
He was the one that he jousted. This dude.
Yep.
I've definitely seen him in some shit.
Yeah,
he just looks like a fucking Nazi.
He looks, yeah, he does. I'm not, yeah, that's true.
He's
he just
good
looks
actor,
evil.
though. He's
He is.
English.
No.
I think he could carry that gravitas of
If you haven't seen, but if you have a chance, go watch Man in the High Castle on.
He
Amazon.
looks like a second in command to Hitler. He's like one step behind Hitler, just sitting there.
I mean, that was his role in
just
jokes.
Show.
Yeah. For his
Just
right, they picked Matt Bomer.
No, that's not the one I was thinking.
He was. Well, who'd you think?
We're going to save the next week.
Oh yeah, we'll save the next one.
Yeah. We'll talk
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
For Data, they picked Zachary Quinto, the guy who plays Spock in the next movies. For Worf, they picked Shamar Moore.
Oh wow.
For Troy, they picked Tessa Thompson. I like that. And for Crusher, they picked Elizabeth Mitchell. She was really good in The Expanse and Lost. And for Geordie, they picked Aldous Hodge. He played Hawkman in
okay.
most recent Black Adam movie. I like those picks.
Those are some interesting ones. And you're going to go up against that, Mick?
I think so. Yeah. Although those were good picks, but I'm going to try.
You left out Picard.
I did. Rufus Sewell.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was Picard. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little drunk. I tuned out.
It's because these movies.
I was thinking of Man in the High Castle and still talking about it while you were fucking kept going.
But anyways,
That's literally why we started talking about Man.
But my rating is a 5, Sturdy.
I did.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. It was basically a chase movie. Plot hole. The plot hole. Plot. Yeah.
This movie was all about holes.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, big brown black hole.
Black holes, plot holes.
Put it in the big brown eye. Long.
The last. It sounds like this movie should have been The Last Brown Eye. That's.
But the Luke Skywalker part at the end pissed me off so much.
It sucked. Him being him, he should. What was the point of even having Luke Skywalker in this movie? Just for him to do nothing?
Well, the fact of the matter is the fact that
it's half-ass training.
The fact that they never had all three of them together is infuriating. The fact that they never brought, all four of them really, but the fact that they never got the group back together and they killed Han off is really just a fucking travesty.
That too, you're right. That's fucking
Oh,
then he gets all pissed. He's like, "Where's Han?" The Chewie's like, "Murr!" And he's like, "Oh." He just gets up and walks away, all like sad and pissed. But I'm like, "What the fuck?" You're right. It would have been better like if they flew there. Han was with them. Like, they went there like, you got a train ran, and he's like, "Fuck you, Han, get out of here. I'm not doing that."
Well, let me ask. Okay, let me ask, because they didn't get the whole gang back together, but what was, like, as a fan and having grown up on the original trilogy and stuff like that, what was more impactful to see again when these movies came out? In the last one, Force Awakens, where you actually see Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher on screen together, or in this one, despite the fact that it's fucking Mark Hamill as a hologram, the scene where he's talking to Leia before he goes out there to fight to, come where you think he's going to actually face Ben Solo. Like, for me, the more impactful scene,
Han and Leia.
For me, it was Luke and Leia in this one,
and it should have been.
And it may be because
I don't know.
It may be because Carrie Fisher's dead.
Could be.
But I'm watching that scene before. I mean, I knew Luke was a hologram because I've seen this already. But if you don't know it's a hologram, he's a hologram at that point, and you're watching him there, and she's dead in real life. I'm like, this scene touched me more than seeing Harrison Ford on screen with her in Force Awakens. But because it was more of a goodbye, I think is the way it was written. This particular thing.
I see what you're saying.
But imagine having them now. Imagine having actually written it where they all have to come back together again.
That would have been great, but it didn't happen.
No. But now if they did and like they did it right and they actually spent the time, the money, and put it into effect. And now I'm just saying this as a fan though, like they actually did. We didn't get this dog shit. We actually got a true caring stories that for the fans put together that tell a tale, that bring these important characters back together. Bringing new ones in please. I don't care. I like Rey. I like these characters that are telling a real tale. But when you bring these characters together, they're there for a reason. They are important.
Yeah.
It's not just for effect or for whatever reason to kill them off so that way it means something later. Like it's because it's heartbreaking that all three die in each movie, and it's forced almost. For no pun intended, but it's forced almost in each one. And whereas if you could have had them by the end, so like when, of course, it would have been sad that she did die, and by the end of the third one, she dies, and then unfortunately, we would have had to play that off in the third one, but it would have been so much more beautiful.
Yeah,
people would have actually cared. Yeah. Like we cared that she died, but by this point, we didn't even want to go see the third one in the theater. We cared that she died, but we didn't want to. We didn't care about the movie she was in because they fucked it all up. Like you could have played this off right. But the fucking Disney fucked this shit up.
Speaking of dying, I thought in my head, because I didn't know the timeline, like when the movies came out and everything. I thought she was done with Star Wars when she got sucked out of the ship. I was like, oh, that's how they're killing her off, because she eventually died. She was sick and she dies after, right? But then what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. What the hell is that? She just wakes up, eyes open, and she did the like she was a floating wick back to the fucking ship.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what the fuck was that? What was that power? With the Force just fucking put up.
That is how we feel after
a canister of CO2 in your asshole, and you just fucking launching your ass back to the ship.
She's got some nos in there.
She did. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what she did. She did a space queef. Flew her ass back to that ship.
Hashtag space queef. We got a new hashtag.
Jesus
after all of these years and all the love for Princess Leia and finding out she's Luke's fucking sister, finding out she's Darth Vader's fucking daughter, and wondering if she has the fucking Force, and actually if you follow the extended fucking universe, knowing she does have the Force, wanting to see her use the Force, that's how we see her use the fucking.
It all comes down to hashtag space queef.
Yeah,
that's
space queef.
That was.
Well, we knew she had some type of the Force because she can mind link. She knew when something happened to Solo. She knew when something's going on with Luke. You knew there was a link. You're like, okay, she has the Force.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
space
queef. Listen, it's not a popcorn and pints episode if we don't have a new hashtag.
That's true. That's true.
Now I gotta just put it right there. I keep forgetting we could do that.
All I know is it's time for my. It's way past my button.
Yeah, me too.
I'll put my score down to a 4.
He's just going down and down.
That made me mad even more. Yeah,
I'm fine sticking with my 5.
Wait until you get to the fucking next one.
Oh, great! Awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. I can't wait.
No, you don't.
You never know, man. I could be, Mick.
You're gonna have a 10 and a 1.
I don't see Star Wars being good next week. I'm just assuming.
10 and a 1.
Oh, so you're saying Star Trek's gonna be the 10? Ooh.
I mean, it's gonna be high. I mean, I could see giving.
What's the name of the next one?
It's just Star Trek.
Just Star Trek.
Okay.
And then Star Trek, then Star Trek Into Darkness, and then Star Trek Beyond.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. It's starting in. Okay.
We're almost done.
You know what? We're about to wrap this one up. So make sure you go check out the Scene Snobs. Go check out Popcorn and Pints. He just told us some dope shit behind the scenes that you guys are not going to want to miss. So check him out. Of course, you're going to want to follow Popcorn and Pints. Of course, you want to follow Popcorn and Pints, Storson Bar, and the Scene Snobs, and Horror Research 30, and a bunch of other dope content creators.
Space
follow us. Yeah, space queefs. Don't forget about that. A lot of that shit happens a lot. That's what's going on with the solar system and all that. That's global warming. Space queefs.
Where do you think those rings around planets come from?
Mm-hmm.
The gas that creates stars.
Well, guys, I'm super soaked. I wetted up big time.
He did wet up. Hashtag wetting up.
Wetting up. And we're going to bounce, though. So thanks for popping by. Peace.
Peace out.